That's Gilbert Gottfried. They got Gilbert Gottfried to voice God.
You learn from this cool experience.
In the genre of lol so random humor, we have two extremes. On this side, it's a goofy cupcake that farts rainbows. On this side, it's a hideous humanoid that does the most disturbing things you could possibly imagine. And on this chart, this is Centaurworld and this is Smiling Friends. They are united in unholy matrimony by their shared love of absolute insanity. Absurdism, surreal humor, call it what you like, whether or not you're into the dark, creepy, Smiling Friends side, you have to admit that the show is very good at using different types of animation to be as weird as possible. It even brings in live action footage. Smiling Friends is the distilled, pure essence of early 2000s golden age of internet animation culture. If you never got to experience that time when the web was still a Wild West dominated by homemade original Flash cartoons, Smiling Friends is it. It's the modern day, high quality version of that magic. Geez, it's almost like someone decided to give money to webtoon animators so they could produce a series. Oh no, wait, that's exactly what happened. The greatest thing about Smiling Friends' animation style is its mixed media bizarro effect. Yes, using 3D art, video footage, live action, or stop-motion claymation in an otherwise 2D series is neat. But the real winner here is how much advantage Smiling Friends takes of 2D itself. Some characters are animated in a completely different manner than any others. Even if the art style is technically the same, the animation technique underlying it is different. Perfect example. Same black outline, same human fugliness of some of the other characters, but animated uncomfortably smoothly. The first time we see this guy, he's animated by rotoscoping, drawing on top of a live action video. It's done sloppily, too, which makes it even better. It shows exactly how weird animation looks when it's trying to copy real life. In this other clip, the character's not rotoscoped, at least not as far as I can tell, but it still feels because the animators drew 2 times more drawings than necessary. In most 2D animations, you see 12 drawings each second. This is 24. I know what you're thinking, don't get me started on hand-drawn 60 frames per second animation. The most obvious difference in techniques shows up in the episode with Mip. I was enthralled by this character because it reminded me of 2 things. First, those meme-tastic Zelda CDI animations from the 90s. Second, a movie with a style so distinctive that the instant I saw Mip, I thought, that's it. That has to be The Hobbit. I've only watched the movie once, haven't seen or thought about it in 20 years, and I still recalled the style. Isn't that crazy? That's just weird. Mip's art style is unique to Smiling Friends. He's got a drop shadow, his outline is a lighter shade of black, meant to mimic when things were drawn on transparencies and photoshopped by a camera instead of scanned. There's even a really subtle film grain texture over him to create a paper feel. And Mip's animation is not just smoother, more detailed, and more expensive, but it also harnesses a completely different type of acting. These days, most of what you see either uses fluid, connected motion, or snappy, first it's here, now it's there motion. But if you're into watching old school animation that isn't Disney, the type of motion you'll often see is a frozen pose. Smooth animation to another frozen pose. Smooth animation into another frozen pose. And in The Hobbit's case, those poses tend to be extreme and flamboyant. Smiling Friends nailed it. It's always fun to see modern adaptations of old styles, and like all of the other references in this show, even if you had no idea where this was coming from, it's still entertaining. The show doesn't stop there with its varied 2D animations. Why not purposefully insert a giant stock image? Make cardboard cutouts and t-shirts out of photographs, and then call yourself out in the credits for doing it. Paint a demented close-up. Go from realistic hands to nubs. Animating horses? Yeah, forget that. Let's just do this. Every artist should appreciate that Smiling Friends does not waste money on things it doesn't need to. Buying fire and smoke effects from Shutterstock is A, funnier, and B, a good way to save money better spent on custom claymation, or on Mip, or on drawing a bunch of detailed gore for Charlie's dead body. That's the important stuff. Who cares about some dumb fire? I want to see a pair of insane fast food mascots flail through a grayscale fever dream. Yeah, Smiling Friends is wild, and the only reason it doesn't rupture into 1,000 crazy pieces is because it's simultaneously grounded in reality. The main characters are two ordinary dudes. They behave in relatable ways, and the underpinning... Oh man, it's like a tongue twister, I can't say it. And the underpinning art style is consistent. The show also has a fat helping of ridiculous violence and enough offensive and or triggering material to scare off the average animation viewer, but I can also say off-putting things about the hyper, rainbow, musical fartland of Centaurworld. Neither is a show made for the average person, and that is what makes them great. So yeah, give Smiling Friends a shot. It's the demented brain juice that's been missing from your life for a very long time.